My Individualism by Renzo. I belong only to myself. Lita Raffinelli. I want no leader. I have a deep mistrust for all would-be leaders. Any person that seeks out a role of representative in the educators that have all the right answers. No matter what world outlook or philosophy they may proclaim, whether liberal, socialist, communist, or even anarchist, cannot represent me. No one can represent my unique desires. Only I can. Only I am up to the task of knowing what I want. All you self-proclaimed representatives and politicos are all enemies to me and my individualism. As much as the capitalist boss, landlord, pig, all you want to use and control me for your own gains and aims. Well, no more. My individualism is self-liberatory, self-thought, insurrectional, with a severe mistrust for the educators, saviors, leaders, and con artists of all varieties and forms. The parasites that lurk in the depths of the political swamp, whether left wing, right wing, or center, you are all the same to me and share the same agenda, which is desire for power over me. Your tactics are all the same, control and manipulation. You all use the same language and buzzwords like community and grassroots. These are mere terms you use as weapons in your game of manipulation to validate and justify your position. You want to put me into the social constructed box of identity to use for your own purpose. Working class, queer, unemployed, Irish. None of these labels can correctly describe me as an individual. Perhaps they could be used to describe part of my individuality. Ultimately, I am all and none of these social identities. Not one individual can be correctly summed up as being any particular identity. These are just socially constructed categories adopted to use for your political circus. All politicos and careers are my enemy. My accomplices are the self-willed individualists that follow their own path to freedom. Whether you are an independent political, wannabe political, or member of a party, a union bureaucrat, or even if you're a community organizer, you're all the same to me. I see little difference. You all want to be on top pushing whatever your agenda is. And as for you anarcho-liberals, you remain mesmerized with the leftist illusion of organizing the masses, the delusions of reformism, the platformist cry of one big anarcho-union, which is in par with the bureaucratic Leninist party. The only union I'll ever be in is what Stirner called the union of egoists, to live and act with those I know and trust. You preach the good fight from the gospel according to Kropotkin, Malatesta, Monchno, Bookchin, and Graber. Your theories are largely just talk. The rebellion part never put into practice. Revolt is put aside for an unknown later date. Some anarcho-liberals believe that society will just peacefully evolve into anarchy, while others await for the day the masses of workers and the oppressed rise up in revolt, for they will act themselves, and not a single second before. Your undying fate in your revolutionary subject, the workers, which most are quite happy with this sad state of affairs. While you wait for the social revolution, your methodology consists of vanguardist activism of organize, educate, and influence, with your Maoist-style slogans as such. Real revolutionaries serve the people, and for a leadership of ideas. Some of you are for strictly workers' liberation. Others are in the ghetto of identity politics, which categorizes and locks individuals into social roles of victimization and fighting for single-issue reforms, asking society for permission to exist. You liberal anarchists, with your unwavering belief in reforming the unions from the inside, is akin to Marxists believing in the possibility of reform in the state. Both are apparatus of a social control, which are tools for the ruling class to create social peace and give individuals false hope that this society can be reformed. You believe these unions have revolutionary potential, but where is it? The unions have proven time and again their willingness to sell out. Why struggle beside those that want to capitalize from these forms of struggle? For what? To gain a few extra memberships? Gain influences with the oppressed masses? Neither of which is happening. The masses remain content with their domestication, your anarcho groups remain low in membership. While your anarcho-liberals fight for reforms, pleading with the state while awaiting for your social revolution, I will not be a victim. I will not await for anyone. My rebellion and war against this society has already begun. My revolt is a lived one, individualistic and eternal. Whoever stands in my way of freedom, attempts to manipulate or use me, whether leftist or far-right fascist, it makes no difference to me. You will be my sworn enemy and receive my full contempt.